Whoa, wait a minute. Licensed. Let's see. Holy sh! So, if you guys remember, at the end of the last video we left off, we walked out of the bins with about 22 items in inventory, and we walked away with $8.20 still in the budget. In 1 week, 3 of those items have already sold. The first item that sold was one of the Sailor Moon VHS's. It sold for $15 and left me with a profit of $9.09. Another item that sold was the GMC hat, and it sold for $29.85, which left me with a profit of $20.72. And the Wii Sport sold immediately after listing it, and I took an offer for $18.43, which left me with a profit off of that of $12.98. So, all in all, after selling those 3 items at the end of the week, we walked away. If you add our original budget of $8.20 from the last video, our new budget is now $50.99. So what's the game plan for today? Well, we're gonna go hit up an estate sale, and in my area, estate sales are very hit or miss. You can either find some really good stuff, or you don't find anything at all, and that might happen to us today. The issue with estate sales is a lot of the items are priced up. So you'll spend a lot of time looking at items that are almost eBay prices. It's just how it is. That being said, some of my best items that I have sold have come from estate sales. Sometimes they just overlook stuff. So I debated going to the bins today, but I didn't want my channel to just always be doing the same thing, especially for this challenge. This is why you get here early. There's already a lot of people ahead of me, so that's never good. Heading into this estate sale, I saw some items on the website that I knew I wanted to try and get. One of which I knew was in the showcase, which was at the very front, and it was this Matchbox carrying case, and it was full of cars. The issue is that most of the cars in here weren't actual vintage cars, and they were newer cars. So with the price that they were asking for it, I just had to pass it by. So I head to the closet and I find this box full of phones. Now all of these phones were marked at $4 a piece, so I got really excited because there was a couple old iPhones in here. I also found this Sidekick, which made me really happy and nostalgic because that was one of the first phones that I had when I was younger, and I loved that thing. But I'm digging through this box because I keep seeing these older iPhones, and so I'm hoping I can come across an old iPod, because that would actually be worth me spending the $4 that they have on each and every single one of these. So once again, I just had to pass these up. In the next room, they had this iPad still with the box, and if it would have been a newer version, it would have been well worth the $12 they were asking for, but it was one of the early Gen 16 gigs, so I just had to pass it up as well. So I went back to the front of the showcase and I found these cool pins. They wanted $3 a piece, and this Kiss one I almost pulled the trigger on, but it wouldn't have sold for much more than $6 or $7, so it just wasn't worth me grabbing it. A little disappointing. The items I came here to really look at were all priced pretty much what I figured they would be, but I did get this neat leveler for only $4. I checked it, it is level. A guy that was in the garage with me when I was looking at it said he thought it was from probably the 50s. I saw some comps online. One sold for $28 recently, exactly like this, and this one might actually be in a little bit better condition. So yeah, that's gonna be, let's see, after everything I'll do the math and I'll throw up some exactly how much we spent here, but take that away from our budget so far. All right, so good news and bad news. Today is Monday, which bad news means we didn't find anything over the weekend. The good news is we did sell one of our $1 items, which was the pair of Oakleys, and we sold that for $50.
and that gained us a net profit of $34.65 towards our $1 into $5,000 goal. That leaves us with a total budget of now $81.32, which is great heading into the week, because now that means I have a little bit more flexibility with the type of stuff I can look for throughout the week heading into the week. Now we're at the post office, and I actually wanted to cover something that no one's asked me this question yet, but I'm sure at some point it's going to come up. So at some point you may have had the question, or maybe you will have the question, well, what about your shipping materials going into this challenge, and how much does that cost? Well, the good news for me is that where I work, we are constantly getting boxes and shipping material that they just throw away. So I reuse a lot of boxes and packaging material. And so I don't pay anything. Now, some of you may not have that option. Where you work, depending on your job, you may not have the ability to go out and get different types of boxes. And that's fine. You can still go to dollar stores. Just go to a grocery store and ask them, hey, do you guys have boxes that you're going to break down that maybe you could hold on for me? Only issue I've ever had with this is that there are certain boxes that you have to make sure you look for certain logos on it that may say hazardous material or something along those lines. If you find those, I personally just take a permanent marker and mark them out, or I take my shipping label and put it over that. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know if I can get in trouble for that, but I haven't had an issue with it yet. So I'm going to keep doing it. I try to avoid any boxes that have logos on it from other companies, because I don't want to ship a company's box if, they don't know that there are boxes being used. But at the same time, I feel like this is a very eco-friendly way to ship items. Anyways, if you have more questions about that, don't be hesitant to ask, and I'll try to answer any and all questions I can.
So these next two clips you're going to see was just some stuff that I saw at the thrift store after I left the post office, and I wasn't going to include them, but these were literally, for the entire rest of the week, the only things I even saw that I even considered buying for the challenge. It was so frustrating because I just wanted to get one big item since I had an $80 budget, and I just couldn't find anything except these smaller $2, $3 items that I might could sell for $10 over and over and over again.
All right, so I have had absolutely no luck in any of the thrift stores I normally go to. So just to try to feel a little bit better, I will go somewhere I have had really good luck recently, which is the bins. And I know I've said multiple times on here, I don't want to make this series just going to the Goodwill bins over and over and over and over, but man, we gotta have something go our way differently. I don't know if I'll have the opportunity to hit up some garage sales or the flea market this weekend. So I just want to go somewhere for a little bit and see if I can't find something that I can resell for a profit. So we're going to head in there. Our budget right now is $81.32. So let's go see what we can find. Regular fit, 6 ounce. Just like a little vintage Wrangler Pearl Snap. So we got here and it's just open, which is always nice because there's hardly anyone here. And it's only going to last that way for about an hour, maybe 2 hours. So see what we can find before it gets busy. Alright, I don't even know if these are worth anything. I'm definitely grabbing them. They're just too cool. Oh look, found more. Interesting. that's a nice little, interesting. By the way, some people saw me with all these and they gave me 2 more of them. So, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks like. I like being here a lot more whenever there's not a lot of people here. Makes it way more enjoyable, that's for sure. Oh, hey, what's this? That's pretty cool. Huh. I wonder if that's I don't even think that's licensed. Let's see. Holy shit. Oh my. Holy shit. Oh my god. What? Oh. Okay. Okay, hold on. There's no way. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck is... Okay. 2016. Okay, so this obviously isn't... Oh, I don't even know if... Ooh. 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 I need a second. I need to take a second. I'm damn near passed out over here. Y'all don't even know. I thought that was a freaking base set. I need to keep this close to me. Oh my god. Wow. Well, we're going to keep looking and see if we can't find more of that. Put you to the side for a second too. Holy crap. Holy crap. There's no way. There's no way there's more. But I guarantee you I'm about to flip this entire bin upside down. Oh my god. Guys, I'm still shaking. I can't even think straight. I need to look up this, see if it's anything. Just, oh my god, I can't focus. I tell you, I thought that was a base set Charizard. Good god. Okay, so I'm still shaking, sorry. So this is from a series called Evolutions. It's not obviously the base set Charizard. So it goes for around $50. And oh man, I almost just had a freaking heart attack thinking but of course we are not leaving this behind at all. At all. God almighty. I don't want to take it out of the sleeve, but it actually doesn't look... Try to get in better lighting. It's pretty good condition. Wow. What in the world is this? There's no way this is actually someone's World War II jacket, is it? There's no way. I'm gonna have to do some research on this, but I think we're definitely going to grab this because this, even if it's not someone's actual jacket. Oh wow, I gotta find a way to verify this. feel like this is actually someone's outfit from World War II. If it's not, it's a recreation, because like this is definitely from World War II. This patch. This is insane. This is the most random collection of stuff I've ever freaking found at the bins. This. We may be grabbing you because Easter stuff is selling so well for me. It's normally $25. Why not? You can come with us. I've actually decided to put the Steelers hat back, and I think I'm gonna put the Wrangler pearl snap back as well. I'm just probably regret it, but just not really something I feel like listing, honestly. That is absolutely one of the craziest days at the bins I've ever had, and makes me feel a hell of a lot better about this week. So here's the receipt for people that won't say it's real, whatever. I rounded up. It came to $11.63. I rounded up 37 cents. Spent $12. So we're only going to take $11.63 out of the total. So, man, if that would have been a base set Charizard, I would have broke the internet. So I've decided to change my mind. I'm going to go ahead and say it was $12 on that expense, leaving our new total at $69.32.
So unfortunately, I'm going to have to talk over because of the music that was playing in the store, but I wanted to show you how to keep an eye out for vintage t-shirts. And right here you can see this is a vintage tag on the back of it, and I'm also looking to see if it's single stitched on the side of the arm, which this one is. Now you can still find vintage t-shirts that are double stitched. It doesn't have to be single stitched, so that's not always the indicator. Now I was really surprised to see these. These are a bunch of t-shirts from a company called Roosevelt, and I actually really like this company and their t-shirts. These were all size large, so they don't fit me. They were all marked at $8 a piece. Now even though a lot of these are Hawaiian looking and just kind of look funny, these are normally $70 or $80 brand new, so I was going through here looking for anything that looked special. So I pulled 10 of these Roosevelt t-shirts to the side to figure out which ones I wanted to grab, because some of them were basic, but some of them were actually special. Now this is what I would consider a basic one, and this one sells on eBay for about $25, so I went ahead and passed up on this. Now this is one I would consider special because it's Jaws themed, and I was right because it sells for about $50, so we're definitely grabbing this one. Now these two were both licensed by Pixar, and they're Coco themed, so I knew these had to be valuable, and I think I can get around $45 to $50 a piece for these as well. Now this one isn't licensed by anybody, but it's a more obscure one, and it goes for around $40 to $50 as well. So I'm hoping that I can sell each of these for around $50 a piece and get around a $200 profit. Now I was so stoked to come across this. As soon as I saw this weird vintage Coca-Cola tag, I knew this thing was old, and when I turned it over, just look how great this thing looks. I don't know exactly what this will go for. There's only one listed on eBay in a size medium for $20, but I'm going to list it for $65 and just see what happens. Also, blue tag was half off, so this was only $4.
We ended up walking out with only 4 of those Roosevelt shirts, and I don't know if you can see here, but our grand total came to $38.93, which we walked in with a budget of $69.32. That leaves us with a new total budget of $30.39. Now, I'm really excited about some of the items we have today, and I am absolutely shocked at what we found at the bins. I can't believe it. Obviously, you know, it's not what I thought it was when I saw it, but still, that's just such a crazy moment. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you guys for following along. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Just thanks. Until then, keep thrifting and flipping.